Hey, howdy do, mother trucker! How's my hair? Be honest. You ready? And you go, fuckface. Oh my goodness. Oh Christ. What is happening? What is this? Yeesh. Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking for you some Puerto Rican beans. Now I know I've been gone for a minute, but there's been some things going on. I went to Puerto Rico, and for that reason I'm making for you Puerto Rican habichuelas. And in Puerto Rico they don't say beans as frijoles. In the United States they've got a Spanish Mexican kind of dialect. You say frijoles, but in Puerto Rico you say habichuelas. One thing that I loved about the Puerto Rican culture is their food, and this particular food is one of my favorites. So we're gonna make Puerto Rican habichuelas. I have cooked beans. You could use canned beans. It just depends what you want to do. These take about 3 to 4 hours to cook. They were dry beans initially, but I cooked them for about 3.5-ish hours. And I'm gonna add in some sazon Goya, which you can find in any grocery store in the States, but I actually brought this back from Puerto Rico. Some chicken stock, tomato sauce. I'm gonna use a butternut squash. In Puerto Rico, they would use, they would use what's called a pumpkin. They don't have the same thing here in the States that they would use there. So I'm gonna use a butternut squash, and I feel like that's gonna get really close. You could also use potato in place of this. I'm gonna use some cilantro, some carrots, garlic, onion, cumin, and my God, one of my favorite things that I brought back from Puerto Rico is sofrito. Now sofrito is a combination of cilantro, garlic, peppers, a bunch of different things. Every Puerto Rican you ask has a different recipe. This one is my aunt's recipe. But if you Google it, sofrito, there's a million different places. Anyways, sofrito, super important. And some ham. So, let's make some habichuelas, or some people call it stewed beans. So I'm going to slice the ham, and then we're going to saute it. Now in Puerto Rico, they have a lot of different types of ham. Some use bacon, but for me, this closely mirrors the jamon that they use in Puerto Rico. So let's slice it and saute it. Long ways, sideways. We're gonna saute these bad bitches. I'm just gonna brown these up a little bit. They're really lean, so I'm not gonna render too much fat out. I just wanna brown them up a bit. Then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. Yes. Ooh, turn it down. So hot. When I made this in Puerto Rico, I tried so hard to mimic their process. I put like 2 jalapenos, 2 serranos in there. It was spicy. And my cousin ate it. He's like, we don't need it these spicy. We don't like the beans like these. And then, you know what was fucked up? A few days later, my mom made Puerto Rican beans. And then my cousin says, your mom makes better beans than you. God damn it. I'm gonna cut the carrots real quick. So I got my ham sizzling. Just sauteing nicely, rendering out just a little bit of fat. I'm gonna cut my carrots, chop up or dice my cilantro, and then cut my butternut squash. So I'll come back and show you how to do the butternut squash in just a moment. To use this butternut squash, we have to peel it first. And it's kind of a bitch, and I don't know how much I'm gonna use. So the recipe will include probably about, a cup, maybe 2 cups of this butternut squash. All you gotta do really is just cut it in half. And what I've noticed, by the way, When you get butternut squash, when it has like a big base, you'll notice you get a lot of seed. But if you can get a butternut squash that's more narrow, you get less seed. So I'm gonna kick out these seeds with a spoon. I'm gonna peel the skin, which is really hard. I'm gonna peel this off, and then I'm just gonna dice it and put it into my mixture. Spoogy ass shit. So I don't really know the method to the madness on peeling these. I just start peeling, so we'll see what happens. Honestly, I think that's all I'm gonna use. I feel good about that. Here's where it starts to get stupid easy. Now that we're peeled, I'm gonna go ahead and dice it up and then toss it into my saute. You want kind of large chunks. From what I remember in Puerto Rico, the chunks are large. So I'm gonna do like probably 1/2-inch chunks. In we go. I added my pumpkin. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of the sofrito. Remember, your mama's recipe is best, but that's about 2 tablespoons of sofrito. I'm gonna turn it up to about medium-high heat and just saute it a little bit. Let those flavors get to know each other. These beans are an experience. They're like a roller coaster. There's highs, there's lows. There's good, there's bads, but it's always good. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, so then I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken stock. Now this is just water. As always, I like to use my powdered chicken stock, which is gonna be about 1 tablespoon. All right, and then we're gonna add the rest of our spices. All I'm gonna do is add a little bit of sazon Goya with achiote and culantro. This is something you can buy in any grocery store in the Latin or Asian aisle. But I actually brought this from Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna add 2 of these, add my beans in, add some tomato sauce and some cumin, and then just let it cook for about 30-40 minutes, and then we're done. Stop that, you stupid bastard. Oh, no can opener for you, idiot. I'm gonna let this stew for about 30-45 minutes. It's looking right, smelling good. We'll circle back right before it's done. Shit. We've been cooking this for about 30-45 minutes, and what you want to look for is one of these pumpkins, does a fork go through easily? And if it doesn't, it's not done. But I would say, I'm gonna take another one and boop boop, easily, nice. The other thing you want to do is taste for salt. So I'm just gonna take a little bit here. It's very hot, be careful. It's good. So I'm gonna put it in a bowl. We're gonna try it with the beans and the pumpkin with a little bit of cilantro, just to garnish it. It tastes a little bit better, and then we'll be done. I'm just gonna get a little taste here. Got some pumpkin, some carrot, beans. It's very calm. I'm excited. Mm. Mm. This shit is delicious. You're welcome. Where's my fucking stir spoon? what do you call those things? One of those. What? Idiot. The Caribbean, Puerto Rico, passes the smell test. Off you go. Fuckface, you're burning too hot. Hype man! The Latin or the Asian aisle. Olive oil in that bitch. Show them how delicately you place it in there. No, the camera's there, not up there. No, that's the ceiling. Okay, get the fuck idiot. Just ignore him. Dude, I went to Puerto Rico and I want to teach you tostones, the Puerto Rican rice, the Puerto Rican pork, all the things that I tasted there, I'm going to show you. So these are just the habichuelas. I hope you enjoy, but I've got more videos to come and I'm going to teach you all the food that I tasted. You're welcome.